Welcome back to the Body Shop with me, your host, Andre Brick St. Clair, my in-studio co-host, Mr. Brian Canone, and on the line, we have Miss Chady Dunmore. Now, Chady, before the break, we found out a few interesting facts about you. One, you're a mom, so congratulations on that. The second thing being that you decided to leave the IFBB and compete with the WBFF, which is Paul Dillette's organization, because you felt as though they did more for you as a competitor and they didn't necessarily treat you so much as a number. You didn't say, okay, here's a trophy, congratulations, go do a couple of photo shoots, we'll see you at your next competition. They took the time to get to know you as an individual. And now, before the break, we briefly touched on people out there saying that the WBFF is a little too sexy, and you gave us your opinion on that. Me personally, I don't feel as though it's too sexy. And the reason for that is I've been to a lot of shows where the women, they walk kind of like in a robotic motion. It's the typical T-walk, it's stiff, and it's wave, and it's off the stage. What was that transition like, going from the robotic walk to the more free posing, so to speak?
That's pretty funny. It's funny, the roboto walk. I honestly, back to the WBFF being too sexy. I think what people are blown away by the WBFF is that it's a show. I don't think it's at all being too sexy. I think, yes, the women are sexy. The women are cover models. These girls are putting on a show. And when I say put on a show, they're walking, they're getting on stage like if it's a photo shoot. It's not like we're spreading our legs or, and doing a back pose, for instance.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, well, there are some girls, this is the question I get sometimes too. They're like, oh, I saw that WBFF videos that were on little clips, and some of those girls, they were getting a little too sexy. And my response to the girls, like, you can't control what every girl does on stage, but those things don't help in how she's scored.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah, nobody saw our videos behind stage before we competed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Those completely separate from anything else. Every competitor is different, whether what their pictures are on Facebook, what they have on their website. I don't think, I think that, I can't even say, I don't know what the judges are, what kind of homework they do before, these competitions. And, I'm sure they read the articles and who's, competing and so on. But as far as, the competition, it all, boils down to who performs their best that day, who brings in the best A package from A to Z, meaning hair, bathing suit, their skin, their body, how their body looks, and so on. So, it has nothing to do with, what their pictures are on Facebook or and so on. But, I think I definitely agree with the women are very sexy. The women are beautiful women. But I don't think it's too sexy. It is a bikini show, though. So, if you don't want too sexy, don't watch a bikini show.
Well, yeah. And and there's some people, there's a difference between sexiness and in the word like sluttiness or anything like that, which it wasn't anything like. And that's why I get frustrated when I hear that kind of rumor. I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, it's nothing like that.
Definitely.
For Chady to win the overall, Tiffany Tillinger came in second. These are people that are just very classy people.
Right.
And there was nothing in that walk that was you can look at and say, well, okay, that wasn't whatever the word would be.
Yeah.
But
overly overt,
Yeah, nothing like that.
Right.
Nothing like that at all. It's very glamorous. Of anything else. That's the word I would use.
Definitely. Now, speaking of glamorous, speaking of sexy, Chady, I actually have a little surprise here for you, okay? And, I want to give our audience a little taste of the real Chady Dunmore. So if my producer will go ahead and cue up that surprise. You're trying? Come on, man.
I'm in this club and I'm feeling so good.
ladies and gentlemen, that was Chady's single. Now, Chady, explain to me, what was it like the first time you heard your song on the radio?
Oh my God! I was like screaming back here, like I was in the movie Lambada. I was screaming.
Okay.
Like, oh my God! Screaming, high fiving each other, like getting each other in chokeholds. I'm just kidding. No, you know what? It was amazing. It was crazy. It's literally like the movies. You just never think that it's going to happen until you hear it, and you're like, wow, that is so cool. So, yeah, I mean, I was ecstatic. I'm still, like, over the moon. Like, I can't even believe, like, the year that I've had. And everything that I've done this year, I've been scared to do. And I just kind of just said, you know what, I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
And,
now,
that's my main objective on trying to share with other women who are scared to get on stage or scared to, like, get in the gym, scared to pursue their dreams. You just never know, what can come out of it.
Definitely.
What's the worst thing? No,
That's right. That's right. I'm a firm believer that if you're prepared to hear the word no, that any meeting, any situation that you go into, any competition, if you're prepared to hear the word no, then anything that you get besides that is nothing more than a positive. You know? Now, speaking of positives, okay, you actually have done something that most people only wish that they could do, and that is you've had Keenan Cahill lip sync your song. Now, what was that like? Yeah, I do my research.
Who was that? I mean, okay, if you go and look at all the people he's lip syncing, and then he lip synced my song.
That's right.
Cool was that? It was really cool to even get approached with the opportunity when I got the phone call for him to do that. And I was like, of course you could totally lip sync my song. There's the comments that you get on YouTube, and that is completely expected. Again, I've said this comment of telling people, beauty and music is all about preference.
Right.
So for me, it was very cool for him to lip sync my song, and he actually did Bad Girls Club, which is another single, as well as Work It Out. And one of them, I'm in it with him, and he's wearing a T-shirt representing a new deal that I just got.
Okay,
so.
okay. Now,
yeah.
I know currently, right now, we're actually making this a lot of fun, and some of our listeners may be like, okay, you know what? Here's a woman, great voice, won a couple of shows. You know what? Her life has been easy. You know what? She's had it easy. Let's talk about one of the obstacles that you had to overcome, because I know personally that you've had a kidney disease.
Mm-hmm.
So can you just talk about that?
Yeah, I was diagnosed with a kidney disease at 4 years old, and I struggled with it all my life. And I was a high-risk pregnancy with my daughter, and I became overweight because I couldn't, work out like I usually do, and I kind of took it a little overboard with the eating and stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
But in the last 4 years, between weight loss, postpartum depression, just insecurities with your physique, going to the gym, feeling overweight, and managing a diet with my health issues. Stretch marks. I can go on and on with obstacles that I've had to overcome. So, even in the last year with all the wonderful trophies and awards and titles and, so on I've gone this last year, I have every day, I have to deal with the kidney disease. I have, I'm a woman. I do have insecurities. I have stretch marks. I have, there's tons of stuff that, I'm a mom, and every day is not like I plan it to be, As
right.
a mom, every mother knows that there's something going to come up that day with your child. So, between that and work and, and so on, duties I get to do in the house. And, so for it to come as easy for me, absolutely not. I think that I've kind of, just not made any excuses. I pushed through all those boundaries, and I said, this is what I have to do. It's not something that I, wanted to do. It's something I have to do because I need to set an example for my daughter that you cannot let go of any dream that you have, no matter what happens every day. There's never going to be a perfect day to start.
Definitely well said. Great advice. Now, with you being a new mom and with your hectic schedule and your recording and, you know, your new contract deals, right? Give me an example of a typical day in the life of Chady. I want to know, when does it start and what happens throughout the day.
Oh, boy. You ready?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready? Come on, give it to me.
All right. So I get up at 5 in the morning.
Okay.
I eat about 7 or 8 meals a day because I get up so early. So eating, go to the gym. I train about an hour a day, meaning weight training, circuit training, plyos, whatever I do for an hour. And then I will come home after that, usually eat again. Then I have to get my daughter ready for school, pack lunch, driving to school, then driving back to my home. Then I have to I'll probably go to the gym again, probably finish with about 30, 20, 30, depending on what my goal is, 20 to 40 minutes of cardio. Then come home again, eat again, shower. Okay, so that's probably, 4 or 5 hours have passed already?
Just about.
So it's probably around 11, 12 o'clock. That's when I start getting, I'm either making more meals for the next 2 or 3 days, answering emails, Facebook, Twitter. Then I'm running errands right before I go pick up my daughter. I'm mommy. She has her extracurricular activities after school.
Right.
I am doing that with her. And then, depending on what day, I'm either in the studio writing, meeting with the producers or so on, or working on my book. And pretty much, dinner, then, getting her a bath, taking out her clothes, answering phone calls. I'm eating in somehow in between those last 2 or 3 hours, as you said. And it's all a balancing act for me, honestly. I mean, social life is very slim. I have a little social life.
No, come on.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. People are like, what do you do all day?
Okay.
Fitness model? I'm like, no, it's so much more than that. It's, I wish it was that easy.
Right.
But you know what? I'm not complaining at all. I wouldn't want it any other way. I think my life is so much better as a mom, and with all the experiences I have, I think I've pretty much, capitalized on the fact that I'm a mom. It's funny that a lot of moms are like, they feel like their life is over.
Right.
When you have a child and you have you're heavy and stuff. Like for me, I use it as a tool. I'm like, I'm totally gonna brand on this.
Definitely. Okay.
And that's what I did.
I have a 2-part question for you. Actually, 3-part. Okay. 1, how old is your daughter?
Okay.
No, go ahead. How old is she?
You're waiting for the other 2 parts.
No. Don't you worry about that. How old is your daughter now?
She's 4.5. She'll be 5 in June.
Okay, 4.5. So that's
not even in kindergarten.
No.
Okay.
No, so you definitely got your hands full.
Oh yeah, she's keeping busy.
Okay, part 2 of the question is, what is your workout schedule like?
My workout schedule is about 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Sometimes I'll go on Saturday. It depends on if I'm out of town or whatnot. I always try to make up my days. Depending on if I have something during the day, I'll go in earlier or I'll go in later. It's usually 5 days a week, and then I about an hour to an hour and 30 minutes a day.
Okay. And when you're going in there, hour and 30 minutes, how exactly are you training? What is your body part split? Are you doing it strictly with weights, or are you using cardio, or are you doing a combination of Zumba and body sculpting classes, or
Now that I'm not anywhere, I'm not close to a show near, and I'm just kind of maintaining myself due to all the photo shoots and stuff that I have. I am just a weight training. It's a mixture of everything. I wouldn't say it's exactly just lifting weights 5 days a week. I'm pretty much just working on the body parts I need to work on, and I work on them probably 3 times a week, and I do plyometrics, a lot of plyos, just pretty much working out with the football players, the high school football players in the gym that come in that early before school, or they come in later on during the day. I'll jump in their workouts. A lot of times if I miss a workout, I can't get in the gym, and I know I need to do cardio, and if anybody hates to do cardio, I do. I will do a class because I know I'm not sitting on a machine looking at the time or trying to find new music on my phone. I can just jump on, I can jump on in the Zumba class or a spinning class, and, you know, I'm in class, I can't walk out, so that usually helps me a lot. So.
Okay. Now, what do you say to somebody who will approach you or who will hear this interview and say, I don't have time to work out. You don't know my schedule. My schedule is crazy. I can't do what you do. With you being the mother of a 4.5-year-old, what do you say to that individual who says, you know what, I just can't do it. It's too tough?
Gosh, I get that a lot too, and even from, you know, family members and, you know, siblings are like, you know, I just, you know, I don't have the energy, and you know, moms are, you know, come up to me and they're like, I can't do 5 o'clock in the morning. That's just absurd.
Mm-hmm.
For me, you know, gosh, and I hate to be like, I think that everybody's different what they want. For me, what I wanted it more than anybody else.
Okay.
So that's why I woke up at 5 in the morning.
All right.
You have to really want it.
Okay.
So when I tell women that they, you know, that they want to get these weight loss, like I need to lose, you know, X amount of weight before I go to Hawaii or before I go on this trip, I tell them you have to really want it. Like seriously, like you can definitely lose X amount of weight in a month or so. So you have to really want it. If you don't, it's not going to happen if you don't want it.
Definitely.
Does that make sense? You know, so for me, it's like, you know, everybody's different. Everybody has weight issues. Everybody has a thyroid problem, or, or you know, health. I mean, if anybody has a health issue, I have a health issue.
That's right.
So
that's right.
For them to sit there and say I have this or that, I definitely have all of that too. I do have one child. I don't have more than one, but I do have, you know, a job. I do have, you know, a child. I do have health issues. I did go through a weight loss issue as well. So I just wanted it. I wanted it more than, you know, anybody else at the time. So for me, you know, that was it. There was no other, you know, excuses. 5 o'clock is just, I did it because it doesn't interfere with my daughter's schedule, or I wasn't trying to get a nanny or a babysitter, you know, to take that time away from my daughter so I can pick her up from school or so on.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody's different, you know. Like that's what works for me. That's what I want to do with my daughter. I want to be able to pick her up. I want to be able to go to the gym and have all of it, and then some.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my advice. You just have to want it.
Absolutely.
You know?
There you go.
Well, that's the thing about having a personal goal and the transformations and everything. But yeah, we have to take a break and let's come back and talk about some of the transformations that you've had, and also about how you change up your workout to prepare for a contest like the WBFF.
That's right.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Body Shop will be right back after these words.